Hello dear students, welcome to another lesson of Class 8 Civics Public Facilities. First of all, it's very important to understand what are public facilities. Public facilities are provided to the citizen, or the facilities that are needed to be provided to the citizen. For example, hospitals, sanitation, electricity, communication systems, public transport, schools and colleges, roads, trains, airport, etc. So these are known as public facilities. These are utilized by the people of a country. So the first topic in this chapter is about the importance of water, because water is a part of our fundamental right to life. We know that we are using water for various purposes like drinking, washing, cleaning, watering the plants. So Indian Constitution recognizes that the right to water as being the part of right to life under Article 21. There should be universal access to water. So it's very important that every citizen should get access to drinkable water or pure drinking water. That is a responsibility of the government. Therefore, providing water as a public facility is a responsibility of the government. So the important characteristics of public facility is that once it is provided, its benefits can be shared by many people. All the public can utilize the facilities. That is why these are meant to be called as public facilities. For instance, a school in a village or a school in a city which will be enabling many students or many children to get educated. So the most important function of the government is to ensure that these public facilities are made available to every citizen. So that is very important, that the government has to take care or has to ensure that every citizen has access to all the public facilities. All these public facilities are provided by the government, even though there will be private companies which will be interested to establish these kind of facilities. Like for example, there are mineral water provided by many private companies, or public toilet system like Sulabh International for public toilet facilities for the citizens in many parts of India. So public facilities relate to people's basic needs. Any modern society requires that these facilities are provided so that people's basic needs are met. In this lesson, there is a case study about the water supply in Chennai. So whether it is available to all the people in Chennai or not, that is a case mentioned about in this chapter. So while there is no doubt that public facilities should be made available to all the people, in reality, or we can see that there is a great shortage of such facilities. Water supply in Chennai is marked by shortages. The burden of shortfalls in water supply falls mostly on the poor people. The middle class, while they are facing with the water shortages, they are able to buy the mineral water, or they are able to cope through variety of private means such as digging bore wells or tube wells, or they can even get private tap connections to get water. So buying water from tankers also another option that people are using, or even the middle class or the rich people can afford that expense, so that they are the people who will be getting water sufficiently, whereas the poor people will be affected by a shortage of water, like in the case of Chennai. So the rich people or the middle class people, they can afford water or safe drinking water, whereas the poor are again left out. So in reality, it seems that it is only people with money who have the right to water. As mentioned in our constitution, as per Article 21, right to water is right to life. And moreover, in cities like Chennai or Bangalore or Mumbai, all these cities, there is a drastic shortage of water, and there are many people, including children, are born to waterborne diseases like diarrhea, cholera, etc. A shortage of municipal water is often taken as a sign of failure of the government, because if government is not able to provide drinking water for the people, that is a failure of the government. There are certain facts we can see that justify that the government has to play a major role in providing drinking water for the people. So throughout the world, we can see water supply is a function of the government because it is a public facility. There are very few instances of private water supply. In very few countries, we can see it is completely taken care by the private companies, whereas most of the countries in the world, water supply is provided by the government, which is a public facility. There are countries in the world where our public water supply has achieved universal access. Universal access means access to everyone. Example, Porto Alegre in the city of Brazil, where we can see it is completely provided by, or the people of Porto Alegre, they have the complete access to water. In few cases where the responsibility of water supply was handed over to private companies as well. Because if private companies are managing or they are providing water to the people, then they will control the prices. So it may not be affordable for the people, or they may also frequently, private companies will increase the price of water. It becomes unaffordable for many people. For example, in Bolivia, there was a riot when people were not provided water. There was a riot in Bolivia, which is an example for conflict among the people, or it may also result in riots among the people against the government. So in India, there are cases of success in government water departments, because in every state and every district in a state, there are water departments, so which are providing water for the people in the villages and in the cities. Whereas we cannot deny the fact that there are cities which are having shortage of water. In Mumbai, Hyderabad and Chennai, there are initiatives by the state government to provide water for the people. There are private companies also which are providing water for many people. Besides safe drinking water, government also has a responsibility of ensuring sanitation, and which is compulsory to be provided, because it can prevent waterborne diseases. Sanitation means cleanliness or a hygienic situation. However, the sanitation coverage in India is even lower than facility of water. Providing sanitation or providing drinking water and other public facilities is the responsibility of the government, and the government has to take care of providing adequate public facilities to the citizens of a country. As per the official information, it shows that around 68% of the households in India have access to drinking water, and about 36% have access to sanitation. It is the poor people or the people in the rural areas are worst affected by these inadequate facilities, inadequate public facilities, which needs to be taken care by the government. Public facilities relate to our basic needs, and Indian Constitution recognizes that the right to water, health, education, all these are part of right to life as per the Article 21. The important fact that every citizen of the country has a right to these facilities, which should be provided to the citizens in an equitable manner. With this, we conclude this chapter, public facilities. Thank you.